how to source quality products from China and working with Chinese suppliers. Hey friends, Daniel Arnason here, and in this video I'm going to show you our process for sourcing quality products from China and how to properly work with Chinese suppliers to ensure you get the best products done the way you want them, on time and without any issues. This is one of, if not the most important part of your business, because after all, what you're selling is everything, and the value you bring to the market with your product determines the level of reward that you get back, especially in the long term. I'm really excited to share this with you, so come with me and I'll give you a quick presentation showing you some cool diagrams and everything to explain how this works. Sourcing the product. Now I want to explain how to properly source a private label product. First thing I want to mention though is that it can be incredibly simple and easy to start. Like, you don't have to do this whole process. You can just buy, like 10, 15, 20 units of a generic item, put it in a plastic bag with a note in it, and that's it. If you want to start that way to really validate even further, like even if you found a winner, maybe you want to test now with 25 units, you can continue and just now build a good listing and things like that. But the product can be incredibly simple and it can be very quick to source that and very low investment. And it's enough to now start making some money and really validate the opportunity even more before you invest into it. And I generally recommend to do this because you can, I would much rather, again, most people do it backwards. Like, I would much rather focus on the research, validation, and starting light with multiple products, simple, light, and really like prove the idea, the concept fully before investing into it. So you can't build like a good realistic plan, for example, unless you know or you have a very good reason to believe that something is going to work because you've tested it. So just like that, I wouldn't invest in a whole bunch of product and invest a lot of time and resources into it unless you really tested it. The validation I just showed you in the previous two videos that identify the product steps are actually enough to validate and then go straight into this if you want, but you don't have to. You can rather just do it smaller, and then once you validate it, let's say with 50 generic items in a bag with a sticker on it or something, just very simple, the product still is good and everything, so people won't be unhappy about it. But then you can really go all the way to private label here, or you could go straight into it. It's really up to you. You're probably gonna pick based on like your situation, if you're new and how much money you have to invest in stuff. But anyone can start very simply and easily. That's my point. But if you want to do the whole full sourcing of a private label product, then this is the process that we use. And I will tell you that this is a bit of a process. Like, this isn't the simplest thing in the world to do properly, which is why I have a team of people doing this for me. I've always basically had sourcing agents and stuff. And I recommend you do as well. And I've taught pretty much all my like one-on-one coaching clients and stuff to do that, because it is just absurd basically not to do that if you're doing any kind of volume, because you'll make money doing that, like way more money. Not only will you save money on like the initial phases here with a sourcing agent, like they will pay for it themselves just like that, but it will save you so much time, energy, make you way more effective, will open up this like pipeline in your business. You'll be able to scale and grow much faster, and it's just game changing, right? Quality wise of the product and just preventing issues, all of these things. But basically the process looks like this. I'm going to show it to you here high level. You do and by the way, our Infinity Code members get these handouts as PDFs, so you can like print it out and stuff. But I hope you can still see this here. I'll show you. So we start with the sourcing data and evaluation. And I've already kind of walked you through that in the last video here as part 2 of the identify the product phase. So once you have a couple of suppliers that you like, data looks good, communication is good, you will pick a couple of samples from those suppliers. You want to get a sample from each one. And then you want to collect those samples, test and compare. And again, sourcing agent could collect it and send it all to you in one package, which will immediately like pay for that sourcing agent basically, and you can hire someone just part-time versus having the suppliers ship like all of these samples internationally independently to you. and the sourcing agent can filter them out for you even. So you want to test the samples, you want to compare the samples, and you want to inspect the factory then based on that. So after you collect and test and compare the samples, now you want to go and look at the factory. And again, sourcing agent can do that. You could do it virtually if you're not using a sourcing agent, or through like Alibaba verification and reviews and things like that. But you want to have some good reasons to believe this is a really good legitimate supplier, because you also want to be able to tell apart like trading companies through the actual manufacturer at this stage. And by the way, if you're creating a product with Etch, which I show inside of Infinity Code, it's too much to cover here. But basically, when you have the product opportunity identified, you want to then craft that IT further into like a private label product with Etch, so it has something to really capitalize on that flywheel I talked about. But now, you know, that aside, you want to make sure like that the tests, the samples all like are aligned with what you wanted to build here. You want to inspect it, like I said, the factory, and then you want to, once you've decided, now based on all of this, you basically pick, you know, from the sample stage, you pick one factory to go with and you inspect them, and if they pass that stage, next thing is to form the order with them. So you need to decide exactly what it's going to look like. Like, are you going to provide your own packaging? Are you going to organize your shipping? Do you have another component coming from somewhere else? Who's going to assemble all of it? What exactly does it look like? And now with the product itself, like if you have crafted a private label product with Etch, you need to make sure all those things that you may have added are in there, like the things that make it stand out. Everything needs to be on a pro forma invoice. That's one of the most important things that I've learned sourcing, is that you get this pro forma invoice, and it's like an order ticket for like the chef in the kitchen on the restaurant. If something is missing from there, don't expect to receive it. So you want to make sure everything is written down. And also, if they don't deliver then on that, you can show them the invoice, the pro forma invoice, and they have to redo it for free. If you don't have that on paper, there's nothing you can say, right? Because you have no proof. So make sure you get that. When that's formed, you've perhaps negotiated with them, things like that. You make usually a 30% deposit, and then the product goes into production. Now, once it's ready, it's going to depend on the lead time, how long it takes. Usually it's like 15 to 30 days. When you have especially people on the ground with some influence in China, if you're doing it from China, this could be from anywhere, by the way, not just China. And now you make the full payment at the same, like basically after you make the inspection. So after the production is done, you want to inspect the products, and you could even do this like virtually sometimes if you don't have an agent. And if you're sure everything is done and ready, you pay in full, and then you go into shipping, which you can organize yourself or through a freight forwarder or through the factory with their help. Now you've got the shipping stage, and that's it. So a few things I want to mention really quickly here is product quality. It must be good for long-term success on Amazon. You can't sell crap. It's going to show in reviews and it's going to just get killed. And Amazon might even kick you out. So you have to make sure the product quality is A+ if you want to have really good long-term success on Amazon. Product packaging is the easiest way to stand out with private labeling. If you want to have a product with Etch, packaging is the easiest way, because now you can really stand out and you can show this in your images and everything. And it's really like the best way to brand too. So the unit itself inside the box could be pretty much the same as something else has, but for example with this packaging, you would really stand out, and heck, I would even buy this product just because of the packaging. It looks so cool. Product inserts. This is, like I mentioned previously in the crash course, this is a way you can collect leads and send customers into your own funnel. So on these inserts, you can put anything you want. You can ask people to sign up on your site to claim their warranty and then give you their email address. You can just have them enter a contest or get news or information or a bonus or what have you. Anything you want, you can do. You could promote another product you have on Amazon, or even like an information product you have on your own site or something. Like anything you can do this is your chance to market the product, like basically market something off of Amazon, like an opt-in or something, and build your own list and then create your own funnel on your own site. So this is the way to now build your own website up and traffic on that website. Best way to do it is start on Amazon, build it up, and then start sending people or siphoning people naturally like this through your products to your own website. And maybe they can buy from your website, like the product, if they want to buy it again or something. Very powerful, and Amazon cannot basically complain about anything that's inside the packaging of the product. They can complain about some other things, but this is fine. Shipping, keep it very simple to start with. I recommend you just have your supplier arrange shipping by air via FedEx or DHL or similar if from China, or if domestically, just through like Amazon's partnered carrier. UPS is going to be the simplest. And just know you're going to be paying more for this kind of stuff. And even your supplier might charge you to help you with that. But it is usually the best, the simplest way, not to worry too much about shipping at the early stages. Get it fast, even if it means you're less profitable, just to get the product up and running. Then later, when it's really like stabilized and selling well, you can now start scaling into shipping by sea. And you do this while simultaneously upping your order quantities. So you're getting lower prices per unit because you're ordering more at once. Now, the shipping time is way longer, but you can order more units. And so you can really kind of stock up and get into a different rhythm, different cycle with your inventory orders and inventory management and shipping, because you're ordering bigger orders, more products at once. And then it takes longer to ship, but you're still always in stock, right? And the number one rule on Amazon is never run out of inventory. And rule number 2 on Amazon is to never forget rule number 1. So it's really important you manage this properly. So when you scale, that's when you can do shipping by sea. I wouldn't recommend it to start with because it's gonna be too slow of a process for you to really get that product up and running and scaled up. But once it's stabilized, this is perfect. And now you can literally oftentimes cut your costs by half or something like that, or 70%, and truly dramatically improve your profit margins on the product long run. So if you can have 30% or higher with shipping by air and everything at the beginning, wow, this product is going to be super profitable once you scale it up and stabilize it. Now, that is it for the sourcing part. I just wanted to keep it really simple for you, to give you an overview of it. And again, to start, I would recommend, if you're especially on a low budget, just keep it super, super simple and don't fully private label. So you can start with a low MOQ and just take a very minimal amount of risk until it's really proven and it's already profitable. So I hope you enjoyed this and the insights in this video. I'll see you in the next one.